Hello students, today we will start a new chapter. This chapter is being named as Chemical Kinetics, and this lecture is presented by me, Pranit Ghatak, your chemistry teacher. This lecture will be on the basis of Introduction to the Chemical Kinetics. In this class, we're gonna discuss about the introductory part of chemical kinetics as well as some basic knowledge about the chemical kinetics. Okay, so let's begin. Here, before we start, so what is kinetics? Chemicals means chemical kinetics in the term. The first term is chemical. So we all know what is chemicals. Okay, and other thing is kinetics. The kinetics are the area of chemistry that is concerned with reaction rates. Okay, so before we start dealing with the chemical kinetics, we should know two things. That is, suppose there is a reaction A plus B that will lead to the formation of product C. We do not know if the reaction is visible or not. If the reaction is feasible or not. Okay. So to know if the reaction is feasible or not, we go to the thermodynamical aspect. So thermodynamics tells us about the reaction will occur or not. That is, the spontaneous reaction is spontaneous or not. Reaction is spontaneous or not. Okay, so thermodynamics can say if a reaction will be feasible or not, or it can be spontaneous or not. If the delta G0, that is delta G naught, is negative, then the reaction will be spontaneous, that is feasible. If the delta G0 or delta G naught is positive, then the reaction will not spontaneous or it will not occur. Okay, so that's the thing about the thermodynamical aspect of any reaction. So before we do any reaction, so we have to know if the reaction is spontaneous or not. We go to the thermodynamical aspect of the reaction. Then the next question is if the reaction is fast or slow, or how much time it will take to complete. Okay, so all these factors gonna be discussed by the chemical kinetics. Okay, so the reaction is A plus B is equal to C, where if the reaction is possible or not, that will be answered by the thermodynamics and if the reaction is fast or slow, or how much time it will take, how much time it will take, or it is fast or slow, this kind of concept deals with by the chemical kinetics. So chemical kinetics is basically tells us about the time taken by the reaction. Okay, so please be very clear of that thermodynamics tells us if the reaction is feasible or not, and if the reaction is feasible, how much time it will take. This question will be answered by the chemical kinetics. Okay, so there are so many things that chemical kinetics discussed about. Okay, the thermodynamics tells us if the reaction is energetically favorable or not, that is, it is spontaneous or not, it is feasible or not. But kinetics describes how fast or slow the reaction occurs. Similarly, we know we need kinetics fully to describe chemical reactions, as well as kinetics helps us determine how a reaction occurs. That is the mechanism. By learning the chemical kinetics, we should know the mechanism of the reactions as well. Okay, it helps us to know the mechanism of a reaction. Okay, so these are the chemical kinetics aspects of a reaction. Okay, kinetic aspect of a reactions. Okay, so the next thing is reaction rate. What is reaction rate? Reaction rate is change in concentration of reactant or product per unit time. That is, change in concentration of reactant or product by the change in time. Okay, so here the rate is being considered as change in concentration by change in time, or the time taken to complete the reaction. Okay, so this is the concept of reaction rate. Reaction rate is basically what? Change in concentration of a reactant or product per unit time. Okay, so here let's take a generic example. There is A plus BB, where A and B are the stoichiometric coefficient of A and B respectively that will react with them, and it will form a product C and D, where small c and small d are the stoichiometric representation of the products, that is capital C and capital D. Okay, so here you can see the rate will be here the stoichiometry, that is if the here the stoichiometry of capital A is small a, so that will be in the reaction rate it will be 1 by A into change in concentration, that is delta A by delta T, there is a change in time. Okay, similarly for the B itself, the stoichiometry is B, small b, so it will be 1 by B into concentration of delta concentration of B by delta T, that is delta B is the represent the change in concentration of B, whereas the delta T represent the change in time. Here for the C as well, here in the case of C, the stoichiometry coefficient is small c, so it will be 1 by C delta C by delta T. Here in the case of D, the stoichiometry representation is D, small d, so it will be 1 by D into delta D by delta T, where delta D and delta T are the change in concentration of D and change in time. Okay, but here you can have a question about, in the case of A and B there is a minus term in it, but in the case of C and D there is no minus term, they are positive. These terms are positive, these terms are positive, okay, but these terms are negative. Why it is so? Okay, so to explain this concept we need to go deeper. Here in the case of this reaction, there is 2NO that decomposes, that is nitrogen dioxide is decomposed and it will form nitric oxide and oxygen. Okay, so here what happened, this is a reactant and this is the products, nitrogen and oxygen is products. So what happened, the reactants, they react, and by reacting they lose their concentration. Okay, so concentration of the reactants decreases, whereas while doing the reaction the products will form, that means the concentration of the product will increase. Okay, so before starting the reaction, the reactants concentration will be 100%, but after some time of the reaction is going on, what happened, the reactants they react, and by reacting they will form a product, so product will be formed, so the concentration of product will be increased, but as the reactants are reacting, so that is why they will lose their concentration, so the concentration of the reactants will decrease. Okay, so while a reaction is going on, the concentration of the reactants will decrease, but as the new product is being forming, so the concentration of product will be formed. So that is why as the concentration of the reactants is being decreasing, that is why there will be a minus charge or minus negative value of the concentration term, that is delta term of the reactants. Okay, reactants rate law. But whereas in the case of product there will be a positive term, because the products are being formed, so that is why there will be a positive term in the rate equation or reaction rate. Okay, as you see from here itself, that is while the time increases here down the group, what happens, the reactant, that is NO2, loses its concentration, but whereas the product, that is the products are nitric oxide and oxygen, they increases their concentration. So in the case of products, as there increases its concentration, so their reaction rate will be positive. But in the case of reactants, as they are losing their concentration, so their reaction rate will be negative. Okay, so this is also be stated here as NO2, the reactants, they are decreasing with time, but NO and oxygen, NO and O2, their concentration will be increasing with time. Okay, so these are the things that you have to go through in the chemical kinetics. Okay, so let's move to the next topic, that is the factors affecting the reaction rate. Okay, so which are the factors that affect the reaction rate? Namely, nature of the reactants. Some reactants, they are highly reactive and others are not so reactive. Okay, so that will, the reaction rate will depend on the nature of the reactants. If the reactant is active, so rate of the reaction will be fast. If the reactants is not so active, then the rate of the reaction will be slow. Concentration. Next point is concentration. If the concentration is high of the reactants, that means the rate of the reaction will be fast. But if the concentration of the reactants is low, then the rate of the reaction is slow. Okay, next thing is surface area. Smaller the size of the particle, the greater the surface area. Remember, smaller the size of a particle, greater will be the surface area. Increasing the surface area speed up the rate of the reaction. Okay, so that is why if we increase the surface area of any molecule, then the reaction rate will increase. But remember, the surface area is smaller for the surface area is greater for the smaller particles. Okay, so smaller the particles, higher will be the surface area. As surface area is high, so that the reaction rate will also be higher. Okay, temperature. Increasing the temperature means temperature is a variable factor of a reaction rate. Okay, when temperature is increased, that means the thermal energy will also be increased. That is why the kinetic energy of the particles, that of the reactants, are highly increased. So that is why they will do more collisions. So higher number of collisions means higher amount of reaction rate. So temperature, if we increase the temperature, then the reaction rate will also be increased. Catalyst and inhibitors. Catalyst, as we know, there are catalysts are of two types, that is positive catalyst and negative catalyst. If you use positive catalyst, then the rate of the reaction will increase, but if we use negative catalyst, then the rate of the reaction will be decreased. Similarly, inhibitors also slows down or inhibits the reaction rate. Okay, so these are the factors that affect the reaction rate in the chemical kinetics. Okay, so this is the introductory part of chemical kinetics. I hope you have understood this part very well. If you have any kind of doubt regarding this chapter or this class, please ask me in the comment section below. So that's it for now. Thank you very much.